Excited about our webinar tomorrow. We go over the 50K portfolio for Ninjatrader 8. You can go to capstonetradingsystems.com homepage. Click this link right here to get all the information you need. Noon Eastern Standard Time, Ninjatrader 8 50K portfolio webinar. The recording for last week's 50K portfolio webinar is here. Yesterday, 7 out of 8 portfolios were at equity peaks. The last one was only a hair away from an equity peak. And you can learn about that in this video, including the 50K portfolio. So you want to get set up and ready for the next drawdown. Today is a drawdown day in the 50K portfolio. It had only 2 trades so far in the gap continuation 2020 setup. Those are it's minus 650 on the day. 2 shorts, hard to short this market. And so that's where we are. 10 strategies. We're going to go over each of these strategies. Again, you can register here. Also in the link below, you can download the performance summaries for each of these, and I'm going to go over those real quick, do a review of these performance summaries. This is without slippage and commission. We have the results with slippage and commission in our portfolio calculator. To get to the portfolio calculator, you click on this, and you'll get an Excel spreadsheet, all of our formulas in there for downloading the Excel file and seeing how that's calculated. The results are based on TradeStation data. These results in Ninjatrader, $114 average trade profit for Cobra Crude back to 2007. So you're testing this back to 2007, and you see the equity curve kind of went flat for a while. It's starting to break out to new equity peaks right here. Let's look at the next strategy, Cobra CT3, E-mini S&P. This uses the NYSE tick, and it can be. This is one strategy that can be slightly different in Ninjatrader versus TradeStation because the NYSE tick is slightly different. We'll talk more about that tomorrow at the webinar. So here's a summary: 81.42 average trade profit, 48.25 drawdown. Testing back to 2007, and you can see that with intention we placed this in the portfolio this year. In 2020, he's had an up year, so this strategy has done well. It's come back. The equity curve in TradeStation is a little higher, but the trades this year are about the same. And let's look at gap continuation 2020. This is one of our favorite strategies, and it has a high percentage of losing trades, only 31% of winning trades, going back to 2019, the beginning of 2019. This works well since 2017, mid-2017. $89 average trade profit. Let's look at the equity curve for this. Made equity peaks yesterday, had a drawdown today. And the reason that I like a strategy that has a high percentage of losing trades, it means that you have a tight stop loss, which means you're really cutting your losses short. If you look at this, long trades far better than the short trades, obviously because the trend of the overall market. So that is gap continuation 2020. Soybean swing. Let's look at this, back tested to 2007 and $150 average trade profit. Here is the equity curve, and it is moving higher in 2020. We have periods of time where there are sideways. 5 of these strategies were sideways in 2020 coming into 2021, and they're breaking out. And so we look at historical patterns. We look at strategies that we've had for a long time that are up and haven't done anything recently. And we like to mix those with strategies that have strong equity curves. So with intention, we mix equity curves that are in run-ups and drawdowns because we want to have cycles. There are cycles in the markets based on the characteristic of that strategy. Back to 2007, $149 average trade profit for this crude oil strategy. Here is the equity curve, low drawdown, 3,300, and you see here 2020 was a tough year for SR counter trends because of all the V patterns, but making a strong comeback. Had this move higher here, it's pulled back a little bit here, so like this strategy in crude oil, SR counter trend 3, crude oil. This will be our 6th out of 10 strategies that we're looking at. 68K, $128 average trade profit, a 47.90 drawdown. Here is the analysis technique to see the equity curve. You see that recent equity peak and then a pullback, like getting in there. Gold, SR counter trend 3 gold. We're going to look at this next, and then 3 stock index strategies. 122.51 average trade profit. Here is the equity curve, smooth, higher moving equity curve, like this performance summary, has a good average trade profit. Works historically back to 2007. Gap continue in reverse, something we developed last year, end of last year, one of our new strategies. Shorter look back, and we back test this to November of 2016. Before that, it is pretty flat. The equity curve is pretty flat. Here is the analysis techniques. Really nice equity curve. In January, we took out Ninjatrader and added this strategy to reduce the number of overnight strategies and to give us a strategy that takes long and short trades. And this strategy takes both long and short trades. And you can see it's recently made equity peaks and has a big average trade profit for an E-mini S&P day trade strategy. So we've modeled a pattern that we see in the market over the past year or so at the end of last year, and then it also has a good back test to 2016 and flat before that. So SR Counter Trend 2 E-mini S&P. We look at this here, historical, 44, 337.50, $70 average trade profit. Analysis right here. This kind of went parabolic into about August of last year, and then it's had a pullback since then. So good timing to get in on this one as well. Here is a summary on this, $70 average trade profit. And then Cobra 3 Mini NASDAQ. This is a strategy that we've modified. We added a profit target coming into this year, and that's paid off. And you can take a look here. It had a drawdown and choppy period here. Now it's making equity peaks, doing well in this market environment, making a comeback from some of the drawdowns that we had when we had a non-profit target version. So that's a preview of what we're going to go over tomorrow's webinar. Again, go to capstonetradingsystems.com, go to the home page, register here in the video link below here on YouTube. You can download all these performance summaries. I've included screenshots up through May the 25th, 2021.